We are live. It's a Thursday night presentation here on 2K Sports. Devin Harlan here alongside Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and our reporter, Allie LaForce. And how about we check the numbers for Jalen Duren?
And he's got it going at the foul line these days. His free throw percentage looks a lot different in the last 10 games than it did earlier in the season. He's keeping with a few things and really improved his form.
And checking out Minnesota's opening lineup. Up at the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Guard and off guard, filled by DiVincenzo and Edwards. And it's Reid in at the 5. And for Detroit, Harris steps in at the 4 with Duren at the center spot. Marcus Sasser is out there with Robinson. And it's Thompson in at the 3 spot. Greg, we look at the rosters of these teams, the athleticism they both have just jumps right off the page.
Listen, we're almost guaranteed multiple highlight level plays in this one. This is the kind of game where you see what incredible athletes the NBA has.
Now here's Edwards. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket.
Anthony Edwards, excellent concentration under pressure of excellent defense and just scores it anyway.
Outside Robinson. Thompson surveying the floor. Duren sets the screen for Thompson. Clock is at 3. Stolen by Reid. McDaniels outside. Pass to Randall. Fires for 3. Sinks the triple.
Well, you've got to be decisive in catch-and-shoot situations, and Julius Randle leaves no doubt.
Thompson passes to Duren. Harris outside. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Thompson outside. Duren sets the screen for Thompson. Now Duren, guarded by Reid. And again, Detroit turns it over. And now let's send it over to our courtside reporter, Allie LaForce.
I briefly spoke with JB Bickerstaff. His team is facing off with the Ant-Man, Anthony Edwards. As far as how they plan to defend him, Coach said it'll be a team effort. They plan to rotate who has him defensively, and Coach's words were, Ant is so special. You have to guard him with the numbers. Back to you guys.
All right, Allie, thanks. Now here's Randall. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game.
Guard him big, guard him small. Julius Randle is so crafty on the interior, it matters not. He's going to finish.
Here's Sasser, defended by DiVincenzo. Can they get it? And McDaniels with the block. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Back to Randall. The 3. Duren pulls it in. And this young Pistons team, GA, you and I love them, building around toughness.
Yeah, offensively, attacking the paint, defensively, where they are engaged. And they'll send you to the foul line quite a bit, but it's a product of that hard-nosed style.
For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Randall passes to Edwards. They grab their own miss. And Thompson sends it back.
He has the potential to be an elite NBA defender for a long time. Thompson can guard anybody.
Now here is Robinson. We saw him with 19 points his last outing. Sasser finds Harris. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It's going to go on Naz Reid.
And that's the kind of play that fires up your team. Harris with the strength to finish through contact.
And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Tobias, Harris, one shot.
The free throw off from Harris.
He's just one of those veterans you can count on from the line. Harris really makes an impact from the stripe.
And Edwards slams it in.
Ooh. Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. Pass to Duren. And here is Robinson. Sasser with it. He has yet to score. It's tipped. Reid with it. Duren picks him up. Edwards against Robinson. Jacks up a three. Edwards can't hit.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Pass to Sasser. Here's Duren. Thompson outside. Now Sasser. 6 on the shot clock. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And now let's take a look at the number of second chance points these teams have had over the last month. These guys never give up on a possession. In the third spot, the Pistons.
And they've really put an emphasis on offensive rebounding. And guys, it's paying off. The second chance points are coming in bunches.
Minnesota leading by 7. And here is DiVincenzo. He had 15 points last outing. Pass to Edwards. Fires the three. It's good from long range. Edwards got 7.
Yeah, we're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Well, what I love is the game plan has been solid from the opening tip, and guys are making their shots. That's critical.
And the Pistons with possession here after Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer. Randall against Harris. Here's Sasser. His last outing, he had 8 points. And that one comes up a bit short. McDaniels against Thompson. McDaniels kicks to DiVincenzo. Pass to Randall. Rebounded by the Pistons.
Sometimes you just lose that little bit of focus, and this is what happens.
Back to Harris. Out to Thompson. Duren with a screen on McDaniels. Back to Duren. That's tipped and stolen by DiVincenzo. Outside Edwards. Here's Randall. Randall is doubled. Deflects the pass. Out of bounds. Detroit takes possession.
And with the pause here, how about the stats for Thompson? He's around 10 points per game, just over 2 steals and 5 rebounds. You know, you look at the numbers and you think that this is great, but we know that he's capable of even bigger production.
You know, the numbers look okay, but the eye test tells us unequivocally he is capable of more. That is the sign of a star right there.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. Coach is going to talk some things over with the team. Might be seeing something to adjust. Looking at Minnesota, they took the win in their last game against Dallas. Left side, Harris. Thompson outside. Duren with the screen on McDaniel. Thompson finds Duren. Up high to stuff the alley-oop.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop. Now the Timberwolves with it. They're on a 12-4 run. Back to Randall. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Reid with a screen for Edwards. Outside, Reid. Good, and the assist goes to Edwards.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
Pistons trail by 11. Now Sasser. No scoring in this one. Pass to Robinson. Now here's Duren. Duren a screen. Shot clock at 5. Harris no good.
All the time in the world to get that one off.
McDaniels outside. And again, Minnesota will turn it over. You know, DB, recently we've seen Anthony Edwards reach new heights as a three-point shooter.
Anthony Edwards has now embraced the complete analytics of the game. He is a high-volume three-point shooter, and he's still a terror en route to the cup.
For Detroit, they've gone just 2 of 7 so far. A little bit of a slow start for them.
And that's a little lack of fight at the defensive end.
Absolutely. At least on that slam, you're right. That's one way to let a team back in the game.
Right. You can see on that possession, one side playing with a little desperation, the other side losing focus.
Here is Edwards, following the bucket by the Pistons. So the wing on the left. No one near Randall as he lets it go. Off target from outside. The Pistons trail it. Sasser with it. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. Outside, Robinson. Off target with his 3.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thanks, Kevin. The Pistons are improving on both ends, but particularly on defense. Cade Cunningham said, everybody is stepping up on that end and taking the challenge to guard. We have a good system that allows us all to play our strengths. We're still hungry, though. We're not satisfied at all. Kevin?
More to prove. Okay, Allie, we thank you for the report. So it's the Pistons now, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. And McDaniels, here we go.
They've been excellent so far, coming in with a well-balanced attack.
On the offensive end, it feels like they're getting the shots they want, and defensively, they are connected and on a string.
In the corner, it's Harris. Thompson outside. Pass to Duren. In the corner, it's Robinson. Over Edwards. They get it back. Duren. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket.
Now, this guy's job is to crash the offensive glass, and he does it at a high level.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. So for the Pistons, Holland, he's checked in for Thompson. And it's Jenkins in for Marcus Sasser. And it's Anderson with the ball for Minnesota. They lead by 11. Pass to Highland. To the middle. And he uses the glass on the layup.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Here's Holland. And here is Robinson. Now here's Jenkins. Just 5 on the clock. A three-pointer, no good.
Well, that's the opportunity they're looking for, just not the result, obviously.
Clark left side. Dosunmu, the pass to Highland. Anderson outside. Gobert with a screen on Harris. Anderson finds Highland. Clark for 3. The kick out to Anderson from downtown. Not going to go that time. Pistons trailed by 13.
They need a bucket in a big way here to regain some confidence.
And Duren slams it in.
That's what we call a power finish. There's no such thing as gentle for the big man.
The Timberwolves shooting well right out of the gates here at around 50%. Here's Anderson. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Greg, not many games remain in the season, and the posturing beginning for these teams as they jostle for postseason positioning.
Yeah, this is the time to give full effort and to really communicate. When the pressure rises, teams can either gel together or fall apart.
That free throw good from Anderson. So Anthony Edwards, the Timberwolves franchise player. GA, how good do you think he can be?
Well, some were ready to anoint him the new face of the league. But if they're to win the franchise's first title, there's another level he's got to reach.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. All Reed's checked in for Duren. Javonte Green comes in for Tobias Harris. And Kevin Huerter subbed in for Robinson. 1:49 left to play here in the first. Randall against Green. In the corner. Huerter with it. Reid a screen. Huerter passes to Reid. Out to the wing. Three-pointer, Randall. And Anderson kicks to Randall. Timberwolves passing it around. Randall a screen on Huerter. Here's Dosunmu. And it's Dosunmu with the jam.
Now, I'll bet even they didn't think the pick would work that well.
No. And they get the major league dunk out of it, too.
And my question is, where was the help? Someone rotate over and challenge.
Here's Jenkins. After the basket by Minnesota. Reid a screen on Highland. Here's Jenkins. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
Back to Gobert. And here's Anderson for 3. And it's Reid pulling it down. Pistons trailed by 15. It's tipped. Now here's Anderson. He's covered closely. Anderson the screen. To the inside. And Anderson slams it in.
And they have owned the paint so far, and the score reflects it.
I know it's early, but you have got to like the dominance down low. Right now, they are playing bully basketball.
Detroit's gone 0-4 from three-point land to start out. Looking cold from outside. Here's Huerter. And it's in there.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
Timberwolves leading by 15. Here's Randall, and Randall throws it down.
Wow, what a pretty dribble move by Julius Randle. That handle is tight.
Now here's Herter. Shoots over Dosunmu. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves out in front by 17 points at the end of the quarter. They've got a big advantage in the turnover stats because of their intense defense. And we'll be right back after this. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
I mean, they've come out aggressive defensively, getting into them and coming up with some cookies along the way.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. The big men on the floor for him, Randle and Gobert. Dosunmu is out there with Bones Highland. And it's Clark in at the small forward position. Here's Highland. Coming in off a 12-point game his last outing. Gobert with the bounce pass. Pass to Dosunmu. Puts up a three. And Gobert kicks to Clark. Buries the long-range jumper. Clark's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pistons trail by 18. Second quarter of basketball, about 1 minute played so far. Jenkins can't get it to go.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Randle passes to Highland. Back to Randle. Clark outside. That's in, coming off an assist from Randle. Clark's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Minnesota. Second quarter of action, about a minute and a half played. Now here's Jenkins. He's defended by Highland. 5 to shoot. Here's Holland. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Timberwolves. Only giving up 2 points this quarter. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Inside, it's stolen by Gobert. The 11-footer, and the Timberwolves tack on 2 more.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 to start out the second quarter. Now here's LeVert, defended by Dosunmu. Reid dishes to Jenkins. 5 on the clock. Shoots over Highland. Nice shot from the wing. Jenkins got his first basket of the night.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Here's Highland. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game.
Boy, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
Here's Holland. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Timberwolves leading by 19. Here's Highland. Pass to Clark. Here's Dosunmu. Randle right side. Shoots over Holland. Randle no good.
Boy, he hasn't helped them much tonight, but they've gotten a lot of productivity from other players.
And here is Jenkins. Reid a screen on Highland. Down low. Reid down low. Gobert on him. Jenkins with a screen for Green. Pass to LeVert. Shoots over Dosunmu, and it's LeVert missing.
Boy, that mid-range area, he just didn't look comfortable, let's be honest.
DB, no one has more Defensive Player of the Year awards than Rudy Gobert. 4 of them.
Well, with the 4, he is now tied with the great Dikembe Mutombo and the great Ben Wallace. Does he have another one in his sights?
No coverage that time. Jenkins got his second bucket of the night.
Don't you love how LeVert looks for his guys? Totally unselfish, does whatever it takes to get the win.
And timeout called by Chris Finch. He's going to have a discussion on the sideline.
Here comes the Pistons Head Squad. Show them some love, man. The final Pistons Nation. Give it up for your Pistons Head Squad.
Different look here for the Pistons. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Reid. Tobias Harris comes in for Javonte Green. Asar Thompson, he's checked in for Karis LeVert. And Marcus Sasser subbed in for Jenkins. Edwards, he's checked in for Minnesota. Timberwolves leading by 17. Edwards slams it in.
Well, we know this about Anthony Edwards. This guy, one of the stronger guards in this game. That's a tough finish.
The Pistons have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Here's Holland. A look at his stats. He averages a bit over 8 points a game. Harris outside. Duren sets the screen for Harris. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. It's blocked. Thompson outside. Holland, the pass to Thompson. Here's Holland, defended by Dosunmu. Pass to Harris, down to 5 on the shot clock. From the arc, Randall grabs the board. Randall's got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Dosunmu finds Edwards. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Reid, he's checked in for Rudy Gobert. McDaniels comes in for Dosunmu. And it's Donte DiVincenzo in for Highland.
Donte DiVincenzo.
Pass to Edwards. Now here's DiVincenzo. He's covered by Sasser. Another miss by Minnesota. Pistons trail by 17. Harris inside. He's defended by Randall. Harris against Randall. Out to Thompson. 4 on the clock. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket. So it's Minnesota now. And let's go to the sideline. Here's Allen.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. Basketball is a beautiful game, but Commissioner Adam Silver said the most important part from our standpoint is ensuring that there's always competitive tension on the floor. Fans like the physical aspect that comes with this game. We don't want that to be lost. Kevin, back to you.
Keeping that edge. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. Now, here's Duren, coming off 31 points last game. Here's Harris. Rebound, Minnesota. Reid's got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to McDaniels. Now here's DiVincenzo. He's covered by Sasser. 2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Edwards got 12 points in the game.
This guy is constantly refining his game, and Anthony Edwards is dangerous from 3.
And so the timeout here by J.B. Bickerstaff. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guys. Robinson's checked in for the Pistons. Rudy Gobert is checked in for the Timberwolves.
Substitution on the floor.
Pistons trail by 18. Pass to Duren. On the wing, Harris. The Pistons working the ball around now. Now Robinson fades back, and that one off the back of the rim and in. Robinson's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. DiVincenzo passes to Gobert. Outside, Reid. Now here's DiVincenzo. He's guarded closely. That one's in, his 1st bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Man, that is DiVincenzo simply willing the ball in the bucket. That's 2 points the hard way.
Harris up top. Sasser finds Harris. Back to Sasser. Shot clock at 6. Takes a 3. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Indoors for the Timberwolves, 2 consecutive trips to the Western Conference Finals.
Kevin, this is by far the franchise's most successful era to date. But of course, they are not satisfied. Anthony Edwards desires a championship because he wants to be considered amongst the all-time greats.
Offensive rebound, Reid. Out to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Every aspect of Anthony Edwards' game is on display. This guy has been cooking from the outset.
Here's Thompson. He gives the team some steady offense, a bit under 10 points a game. Outside, Robinson. Duren with a screen on Edwards. And Robinson wide open. He shoots. And Duren is right there.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
Minnesota leading by 18. DiVincenzo passes to Reid. DiVincenzo with the screen for Reid. Back to DiVincenzo. Duren against Gobert. Pass to DiVincenzo. Back to Gobert. It's stolen by Duren. And now the Pistons fast break. Sasser with it. Picked up by Edwards. And Duren slams it in.
And just willing to take chances defensively pays off in a transition basket.
That is quick defense to offense. These guys such terrific athletes. You can't let your guard down.
And here is DiVincenzo. He's playing a pretty big role for him at the offensive end, averaging about 12.5 points a game. Here's McDaniels, and finished off by McDaniels.
Well, making it look very easy. Right at the rim, McDaniels with the finish.
Pistons trail by 18. Pass to Harris. Reid with the block.
Boy, Naz Reid giving you a high level of rim protection right there.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Pistons shooting 43% from the field. DiVincenzo against Robinson. On the wing, Harris. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Harris has got 4 this quarter.
And it does a world of good for them to have Harris getting busy inside. Gives them that inside-out edge they're looking for.
Minnesota leading by 16. There's 47 seconds left here in the second. Pass to Reid. Lets it go with the 3. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
This has always been an aspect of Naz Reid's game, the ability to spread the floor from 3.
DiVincenzo against Robinson. Edwards looking it over. And Edwards with the stuff.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
Sasser against the bucket.
Boy, easy pickings from that distance. More of that, please.
And Edwards launches it from deep. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. The Timberwolves on top, up 19. And we'll be back with you right after this.
Hey folks, happy you joined us. The action tonight, a bit wild and a big deficit now for the Detroit Pistons.
Well, these guys can't hit the threes. Pretty hard to win like that these days.
Maybe they went to the Dr. O'Neill's School of Shooting.
Big talk for somebody who averaged 11.9999, a.k.a. 12 points a game.
That's over a long time of years, though.
Okay, now we've got some time to take a look at the Eastern Conference standings as the postseason comes into view.
I think for Detroit, they're right where they want to be, and they're right where they should be. Now it's a matter of getting everything in place for the title run. These guys will be tough to beat in a 7-game series.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
He had a fast pass to the lane that first half, got inside on demand.
Now, this guy is such a good finisher on the move, and so far the defense has not been able to counter it.
Pistons trailed by 19. The forwards are Thompson and Harris. Marcus Sasser is out there with Robinson. And it's Duren in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for Detroit right now. Now, here is Robinson. That shot misses. Pass to Randall. One-on-one here. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Randall's got the first bucket of the third here for Minnesota.
Well, Julius Randle in the open floor can be a real problem and shows you that right there.
And, well, Detroit shooting well. They're at 45%. Sasser finds Robinson. And people doors talk about the right time for a team to go all in. What goes into that decision, do you think?
Well, first and foremost, if you are having a high measure of success, it becomes about how do we sustain this roster to not miss the window to compete for championships. If you're talented and you're winning, how do you do the best you can to sustain that kind of success?
You got to be in control when you go to the rack, and he was not. You can't just run guys over.
Pistons trail by 21. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Thompson, left side. To the paint. Got a piece of it. Stolen by McDaniels. And now the Timberwolves on the break. Over Sasser. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls. McDaniels got 6 points.
McDaniels making excellent use of the mid-range there.
There's the screen. Robinson down low. Edwards there. Here's Sasser. Got a piece of it, and it goes out of bounds. That went off Robinson.
All right, a chance to check out stats for DiVincenzo. How his last 10 games have gone. He's averaging 11 points a game, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he's a great presence on the glass. He'll battle inside for every rebound.
He's certainly not afraid to mix it up. When bodies are around or flying, he's usually at the point of it.
Now, here's Reid. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 23 points. Shoots. And there are the Timberwolves with another bucket.
I'll tell you exactly the start to this half that you're looking for. He's taken 3 shots. He's made 3 shots.
Thompson outside, and that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Tobias Harris.
And sometimes you have to adjust your game as Father Time starts to take a toll. And I think we've seen that. He's still a valuable contributor. And look, what he may be doing less in terms of raw scoring output, his veteran presence certainly offsets.
Back to Thompson. Bangs home the trifecta. Thompson's got his second basket of the night.
Well, their first basket in 4 tries. Can that trigger a little bit of good shooting here? We'll find out.
A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third.
Julius.
Randall surveying the D. Just 5 to shoot. Duren pulls it in. Duren's got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
Yeah, but they're 3 of 4 to start the second half.
Outside, Robinson launches it. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Robinson's got 7.
One thing I really like about Asar Thompson, he's a team-first guy, always willing to make the extra pass.
Timberwolves leading by 19 points. Now DiVincenzo. Outside, Edwards. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Greg, Anthony Edwards is full of confidence, and it's beautiful to watch.
And rightfully so. Ant can do it all on the floor. As complete of a wing as you'll find in our league.
Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off.
There is so much to love about Anthony Edwards. He is one of the most skilled young basketball players in the league, but he also happens to be quite charismatic.
He hits the second from the line. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Pass to Duren. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Listen, this guy's doing his part. It's what we know he's about, but they have got to get some productivity from some other guys on this roster.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Shooting 1.
That's good from Duren. Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it. DiVincenzo kicks to McDaniels. McDaniels against Thompson. Sasser with it. It's Duren, top of the key. Clock at 6. The Pistons need to get off a shot here. Here's Harris. Kept alive. Goes back up. And he sinks the layup. Harris has got 8 points.
They are just killing him on the interior.
Now here's DiVincenzo. Left side, Edwards. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Hard work pays off right there. Anthony Edwards finds himself in the paint and draws contact.
And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Timberwolves?
I think they put an emphasis on attacking the basket, and watching this, you can see why. They have just carved the defense up here with relative ease.
I think one of the things that also strikes me is their activity, forcing turnovers, coming up with steals. It has really shaped the tenor of this game.
And what you love about Edwards is how intense he is. Guy plays hard every minute he's on the floor.
And Edwards drops them both. Detroit with the ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Sasser finds Robinson. Pass to Harris. He's looking for Duren and finds him. A shot by Thompson, and no one's around. And we get a break in the action. Let's check out the leaders in steals. Asar Thompson on top.
Defensively, his intensity just never drops. You match that up with his incredible timing, and you can see why he's atop the list.
Edwards against Robinson. Edwards kicks to DiVincenzo. McDaniels sets a screen for DiVincenzo. Randall outside. 6 to shoot. Rebounded by the Pistons. Thompson outside. Pass to Harris. And again, Detroit turns it over. Timberwolves leading by 17. Here's DiVincenzo. Reid with a screen on Harris. It's Randall with the drive. And the wide open shot from Reid. That's in, coming off an assist from Randle. Randle's got 3 assists in the game. Here's Sasser. Outside Robinson. Back to Sasser. For 3, Harris. And they get it back. Duren sets the screen for Harris. There's the lob to Duren. Edwards drives in.
Boy, oh boy, when Anthony Edwards gets downhill, turn the lights out, folks. He's a handful.
Now Sasser. Thompson in the corner. Bounce pass Robinson. And again, it's the Pistons missing. And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Earlier in the game, they held a 25-point lead. Here's DiVincenzo. And he banks in the layup. DiVincenzo's got 4 points in the quarter.
Getting it done on both ends, and it shows up in the score.
Well, what I love is the energy they're bringing right now. They're ignoring the scoreboard and playing hard.
Sasser with it. Defended by DiVincenzo. Trying to get something going. Here's Duren. And Duren slams it in.
Impossible to stop the putback when he's got that kind of position.
Agreed, Greg. Let him get his hands on it inside and finish it off.
How about the activity level, the effort level? This team right now feeding off his energy.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Anthony Edwards. Averaging 29 points per game, 5 rebounds, and 3 assists. And what a luxury for them to have someone like him who can absolutely fill it up coming off the bench.
I love it. He knows they're looking for him to bring immediate offense, and he very rarely disappoints.
And that one misses. Holland, he's checked in for Duren. And he sinks the second.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
Here's Sasser, defended by DiVincenzo. McDaniels against Thompson. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. That's on Jaden McDaniels.
What I appreciated about Thompson is his recognition. He knows when to force the issue and when to pull back.
Pistons have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
And he knocks down the first one. And some changes here for the Timberwolves. Gobert, he's checked in for Reid. Dosunmu comes in for McDaniels. And Bones Highland subbed in for Donte DiVincenzo. He makes 1 of 2 that time. And for lottery-bound teams, Doris, toward the tail end of the regular season, not much incentive to win.
Right. The thought process for teams in this position is about which draft selection am I going to get? Where am I going to be positioned in the lottery? Quite often, Kevin, any player that's had too much success on a roster like this has been moved away from the team. They've either traded them or cut them.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Holland. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. Wants to get it to Randle and does. And Randle throws it down.
Well, if the basket is within reach, Julius Randle understands how to finish.
This Pistons squad struggling. Outside Robinson. It's stolen by Randall. Up top, Highland. He's covered by Sasser. And now the Pistons fast break. Here's Holland, and he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
Every team looking to get easy ones in transition.
We call that one the do-it-yourself kit.
Timberwolves leading by 22. Outside Edwards. Over Thompson. Edwards, no good.
Oh, he'd like to have that one back. That's in his wheelhouse for sure.
Thompson passes to Holland. Now here is Robinson. Pistons passing it around. Here's Sasser. From outside, off the mark.
Boy, this guy has completely lost his focus. Nothing working.
Here's Highland. He's covered by Sasser. Over in the corner, Dosunmu. Cans it from downtown. Dosunmu's got 7 points in the game.
Oh, what a pass by Anthony Edwards, giving you a look at his passing skills right there.
Time called here. The Pistons decide to talk it over. So for the Pistons, Reid is checked in for Tobias Harris. Green comes in for Thompson. And it's Jenkins in for Marcus Sasser. And then for Minnesota, Joe Ingles is checked in for Randall. And it's Clark in for Edwards. The Pistons shooting a troubling 38% in the third. Not the finest work of this offense. Jenkins dishes to Robinson. Pass to Jenkins. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Holland. Good, nice job down low. Holland's got 6 points. And the Timberwolves with possession here. Highland with it. On the wing, Dosunmu.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Gobert with a screen on Robinson. Offensive rebound. Dosunmu finds Ingles. Drills the three-pointer.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
There's 1:47 left to play in the third. And a 4-time Defensive Player of the Year, Rudy Gobert is improving his perimeter defense as well, Greg. It's helped his overall game.
Yeah, teams have looked to put him outside and test his lateral quickness. But I tell you, he holds up better than you think, and we know his presence at the rim.
And Minnesota has possession following the bucket by the Pistons. Here's Highland, and it's blocked. We've got 1:13 left here in the third quarter. And it's Green missing. And so it's Ingles with it. He brings it up for the Timberwolves. Pass to Clark. Here's Ingles. And here's Gobert, guarded by Robinson. Gobert down low. Robinson on him. Clark outside. And another three for Minnesota.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
43 seconds left in the third quarter. Outside Robinson. Pass to Holland. Ingles with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 4 of 6 from three-point land since the start of the second half. 20 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Highland, takes the three, and again Minnesota with the triple.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Robinson for three. That one doesn't drop. And so it's Minnesota with a massive lead of 30 points here at the end of the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
So we have some elite passing big men in the NBA, and you love that skill. Wow.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And a look at the 5 for the Timberwolves to start the fourth. Bones Highland is out there with Dosunmu. And it's Rudy Gobert. And it's Shannon in at the 4. Here's Highland. It's deflected. 5 to shoot. Duren the pass to Jenkins. And with NBA defenses more spread out than ever, Doris, teams are getting more aggressive, looking for offensive rebounds.
They are, Kevin, because it can be a valuable asset to get extra possessions. You're winning on the margins if you do that. And let's remember, certain guys just have a knack for getting offensive rebounds, so why not let those guys work?
And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Ingles is checked in.
Number 7, Chuck Ingles.
The Timberwolves shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Here's Highland, and that's a foul called on Ron Holland. That's his first foul.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
On defense, Detroit. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Highland drops in the tray.
Out of their last 5 makes, how about all 5 from long range?
Green taking his time here. Pass to Duren. Gobert with the block.
Boy, you have to be careful if Gobert is in the zip code, folks. This is a great shot blocker.
Phillips, he's checked in for Joe Ingles.
Number 4, Julie Phillips.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Picked off in midair. Highland with it. He's picked up by Jenkins. Phillips' shot is off.
Oh, that's a golden opportunity to finish on the break, and he blows it.
It was right there for him. He'd love to have that one back. That was embarrassing.
Duren the pass to Holland. Here's Jenkins, 6 on the shot clock, and the 3 off target.
You know, for this team to win games, he knows he's got to be much more efficient than he's been.
Now Highland. Pass to Phillips. Now here's Dosunmu, defended by Duren. Here's Phillips. The putback, and it's Reid pulling it down. Here's Gobert. Count it.
You love the touch from Rudy Gobert. He's put a ton of work into his offensive game.
And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Detroit Pistons. Nothing doing offensively yet for them in the fourth. Pass to Duren. And every team is trying to ward off or recover from injuries. So, Doris, how much separation is there with regards to team training staffs?
Now, this is a great question, Kevin, and I think one of the things it highlights is how important every member of your staff is, from your head coach to the assistant coaches down to the training staff. An 82-game season will challenge any medical staff. They are invaluable to your organization.
Now, here's Clark. Highland deciding where to go with it. No good from outside. Got the defender off his feet with the pump fake, but couldn't knock it down. Holland, the pass to Reid. Pass to Duren. Here's Holland, defended by Dosunmu. It's stolen by Gobert. Now Highland. Clark outside. To the inside. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
It used to be a smart play to foul Rudy Gobert because he struggled from the free throw line. This guy's so much better now.
Gobert. Rudy Gobert. 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good. Well, Doris, clearly the NBA award voting is an imperfect process and is often the cause of some intense debate.
Just look at the most valuable player debate over the last 5 or 6 seasons. You've had guys neck and neck for maybe the most prestigious award in the league. And one of the things that frustrates me, Kevin, is when a player has won multiple MVP and voter fatigue comes into place. It drives me nuts. What you love about Rudy Gobert is he understands his strengths and where he can impact the game. That is primarily on the defensive end, but also as a screen setter offensively. Boy, something so good about a perfectly placed lead pass. That is nice.
Shooting 1.
And that one misses. Minnesota's gone 1 of 3 from outside the arc since we've reached the 4th quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Devontae Green. First personal foul. 13 foul. At the line for the Timberwolves, Dosunmu. Ayo Dosunmu. 2 shots.
2.
The free throw drops for Dosunmu. So, Doris, when it comes to punishing flopping, the acronym is STEM, and you can walk us through this. STEM.
That's right, Kevin. Secondary, theatrical, embellished movements. Players are always going to embellish contact because they want to make sure the official sees it. What the league doesn't want are the flailing pirouettes, the exaggeration or feigning of contact. Those actions will be penalized.
Detroit's gone 0 of 3 so far in the 4th quarter from long range. Pass to Robinson. Now Sasser. He's defended by Highland. Shot clock at 5. Sasser can't hit.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Here's Highland. Finds himself wide open and drills it.
You can see it. He's taking better shots, and the results are coming because of it.
Pass to Duren. And here is Robinson. On the wing, Thompson. Inside. And Duren slams it in.
When you can get off the floor like that, that wipes away any height advantage.
For Minnesota, they've gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Here's Highland. And a miss there on the triple. The Pistons have gone 2 of 7 from the field in what's been a cold start to the fourth quarter for them. Pass to Sasser. Shoots the 3. The offensive rebound. Thompson finds Sasser. Tries again. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And whenever Harris is aggressive like this, I think it's for the best because he has that ability to attract contact.
Harris, 2 shots.
That's good from Harris. TB1 complain about the review process. The longer the review, the more it disrupts the flow of the game.
That's exactly right, Kevin. You have the best athletes in the world competing at the highest level, and then all of a sudden it stops. And if the duration is too long, it takes the players out of rhythm. It drives the viewers at home crazy. This is something that us television people can go absolutely nuts about.
Now here's Conley. And the shot is good. Conley's got his first bucket of the night.
Hey, this guy is competitive, he's tough, and he'll play through contact. Mike Conley doing work inside.
The Pistons shooting 41% for the game. Pass to Harris. Got a piece of it. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Anderson. Bones Highland is checked in for the Timberwolves.
Number 8, Bones Highland.
Here's Robinson. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
You put a difficult first half behind you, and you get busy in the second half. You love that mental toughness.
Here's Highland. Pass to Dosunmu. Anderson the screen. Dosunmu with it. Robinson on him. 4 on the shot clock. Gobert finds Highland. Shoots over Duren. Another shot. And Gobert with the lay-in.
This guy has been a superb offensive rebounder. Gobert uses that size and positioning.
Sasser with it. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Yeah, I like that they haven't lost their aggressiveness here in the second, despite being down.
The line for Detroit, Sasser, taking 2 shots.
The first one falls. Hey, Doris, for a GM trying to build a championship-level roster, what's one thing that can really help?
I think the way the salary cap is constructed, maybe the single most important thing you can do as a GM is draft well. You have to be able to find players who can contribute right away. And talent evaluation is not an exact science. The ones who do it well and don't miss on those big-time picks, that is a huge deal.
Sasser hits them both. And so it's Highland who brings the ball up for Minnesota. Pass to Shannon, the three, and the three ball is good. Shannon's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Three-point shooting since the half has been about as good as you could ask for.
Outside for Robinson. Now here's Duren. Duren sets the screen for Harris. 5 on the clock. Pass to Duren. The putback. It's good on the putback.
Accepting more and more responsibility over the years. Harris recognizing how good and valuable he is offensively on the backboard.
Now here's Dosunmu. Here's Highland. Here's Shannon. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
Yeah, that's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
The Pistons shooting a pedestrian 36% in the fourth quarter. The offense not doing their best work of late. Harris kicks to Thompson. Nice ball movement by Detroit. Robinson. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Thompson's got 5 assists tonight.
Boy, despite his efficiency, they just can't get over the hump.
Now Highland. DB, we saw a move by the league to let a little bit more contact go. Have they been consistent with that, or do you see some backpedaling at all?
I don't see any backpedaling at all. I think maybe the area where you most see this manifest is the point of attack dribble. That first dribble, defenders are really able to attack defensively. Listen, this is a hard thing. You want to bring more physicality back, but you've got to do it carefully.
Here's Gobert, and slam dunk by Gobert.
This guy always amongst the league leaders in dunks. Gobert is a force around the cup.
The Pistons have gone 5 of 12 from the field entering the fourth quarter. Pass to Harris. Ingles with the rebound. Minnesota's gone beyond the arc 7 times here in the fourth and been successful 3 times. Here's Highland. He's covered by Sasser. And that one is good.
I'll tell you, Ingles is just such a pro. This guy is unafraid despite the defense.
Sasser with it. Harris outside. It's tipped. Outside Robinson. Duren sets the screen for Robinson. And again, Detroit turns it over.
Minnesota ball. Substitution. Cade Anderson. For
Minnesota shooting in the fourth quarter has been efficient at 56%. Pass to Dosunmu.
2 minutes remaining in the game.
Anderson against Harris. Clock at 6. Anderson passes to Highland. Over Sasser. It's hauled in by Harris. Harris has got 6 rebounds in the game. Deflects the pass. Highland with it. Picked up by Harris. Looking to get back on track here. Highland misses. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They got to do a better job of taking care of the ball.
Anderson, first personal foul. Team 4. At the line for your Pistons. Duren, 2 shots.
That free throw, no good. And the second free throw, good.
They can't really afford to leave points at the line right now. He would have loved to cash in on each of those free throws and trim the lead even more.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Minnesota.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win, a game that not many will soon forget, and on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And on the year now, tonight's impending victory will push their win total to 47.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep, and that has to be a relief.
And a lot of players tonight helped contribute to this performance, but in particular, a real good game it was for Rudy Gobert.
Well, I think his contribution clearly came at the defensive end, right? He came up with a bunch of huge steals. He was a menace all night long.
Here's Highland. To the middle, looking for Gobert. He gets it there. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. There's the triple. Thompson with the rebound. Here's Sasser. He's defended by Highland. Now Sasser. So it's Minnesota winning this one easy. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
So now let's send it over to the sideline where Allie LaForce is standing by with our player of the game.
Rudy, you guys came to play tonight. Can you talk about the motivation right from the opening tip?
We just wanted to have a good defensive game, come out ready and make sure we communicate and run back, because these guys are very talented, and we did a great job.
The communication paid off. Thanks so much.
As always, Allie, we appreciate it. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for Doris Burke, Greg Anthony, and Allie LaForce, I'm Kevin Harlan saying thanks for joining us. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Rudy Gobert.